Hey guys, welcome to the next video on Python tutorial for beginners. In this video, we will talk about the slice function in Python, and also we will talk about how to use negative numbers with index in Python. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to declare a list. So now we have three variables. First is a list, second is a tuple, and third is a string. Now there is a function called slice which you can use with your lists, tuples and strings to slice something out of your collection. So to use this slice, I'm going to declare a variable and then I'm going to use this function which is slice, and you can provide some parameters in the parenthesis here. So the first parameter you can provide here is, for example, start. The second parameter you can provide here is the end, and the third parameter you can provide here is the step. So let's say I want to get out of this list the numbers from 0 to 4. So as a first argument, we can define number 0, which is the first index, and at the end index we can define 5, and then I'm going to press enter, and once again I'm going to use my list variable and pass this x variable which contains the slice object which is returned by this function here, and then press enter. And you can see here it gives me the values from 0 to 4. So the first argument in the slice function is the index from where you want to start. The next parameter is the index of the element before which you want to stop. Okay, so if you want to stop at 4, you provide the index 5. If you want to stop at index 5, you will provide the stop value as 6. Okay, so it will be always one more than what you want. Now there is a short notation for achieving the same also, and for that you can use your list, and inside the square bracket you can provide the start value and the end value, and then press enter, and it's going to give you the answer. But instead of comma, I need to provide the colon here, and then it will give me the answer. Okay, so here you can use colon to give the start value and the end value, and also an optional value which you can give as a third parameter, which we will see in a moment. Okay, so this is the short notation of creating slice in Python. So as I said, this is the start value and this is the end value plus 1. Okay, so let me show you something. I have a list here, and you can see here I have written, you have the variable a, it can be a list, it can be a tuple, or it can be a string, and inside the square brackets you give the start value and the end value separated by this colon symbol, and what it's going to give you is the items from start through end minus 1. Okay, so whatever end value you will give here, you will get the value end minus 1. You can also use this notation, so start colon and without giving the end value, and also reverse is possible, so you can give only the end value and not the start value, and also this notation is possible. So we will see one by one how to use all these notations. So first of all, I will give, once again I will use the tuple now, and this time I'm going to just give the start value. Let's say I want to start from 4 here, and then colon, and then press enter, and it's going to give me the result from index 4 until the end of this tuple. Once again, let me give the end value. So instead of using this value before colon, this time I will give the value after the colon, and I will leave the start value blank. And here let's say I just want to go before 6, so I'm going to press enter, and you can see it will give me the result from 0 to 5, that is end value minus 1, right? So until 5. And also you can give this kind of notation. So this time I'm going to use the string variable, and you can use colon without giving the start and end value, and when I press enter, it's going to give me the whole string. Let's say with this string I want to provide the start and end value, let's say 0 to 5, and then press enter. It's going to give me a string from 0 to 4. So this slice functionality you can use with the tuples, lists, and also with the string, or essentially whatever collection which have the indexes, you can use this kind of slice notation with those kind of collections. Now in addition with the start and end value, you can also give the step values. So let me just print the value of A once again, and you can see the values inside the A. And let's say I want to get out of this list 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so essentially I want the every second value from the list. So what I can do here is I can give the variable name and then start to end. So from 0 to index 9, and the third argument here you can give is the step. So let's say I want to get the every second value, so I can give 2 here and then press enter, and it returns me 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now let's say I want to get every third value, so I can write 3 here, and it's going to give me 0, 3, 6. Okay, in a similar manner, if I want to get the every fourth value, I can write 4 here and then press enter, and it gives me 0, 4, 8. Also, if you don't want to give this range from start to end, you can leave the start and end value as blank and then press enter, and it's going to give you the same result. Now in Python, you can use indexes with the negative numbers also. So let me explain what I mean by negative number index. So let's say I have a string called Python. It have these character Python. You already know that you can access the P character or P letter using the index 0, and the Y letter using the index 1, and the T letter using the index 2. So this is the positive index, right? You can also use the negative index, which starts from the right hand side. So it starts from N, and the index you can give here is from -1. So the last index here will be -1, then -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6 here. So let's use these kind of indexes and let's see how we can use them. So we have this string here, and let's say I want to get this value, which is 9, which is the last letter of the string. So I can use C, and here inside the square bracket I can give -1 and then press enter, and it's going to give me the last letter of the string. If I give -2 here, it will give me the second last letter. Okay, so the negative index starts from the right hand side and it goes from -1 till the end of the string. Now let's use this negative number index with the list which we have. So we have this A list, and we can use A, and then we can give a colon -1, which is going to give you all the numbers in the reverse order in the list. So our list was starting from 0 to 9. It will give us 9 to 0 in the reverse order. Now let's say if you want to get the first 2 items in the reverse order. So this is when you use this -1 as the third parameter, it will give you everything in the reverse order. Okay, so -1 as the step value is used to give everything in the reverse order. So when you give, for example, 1 here and leave the end parameter empty, it's going to give you, you can see 1, 0. So as you can see, our list starts from 0, 1, and it's going to give us the reverse order values. So it's going to give us 1, 0, because here we have given 1 and it's the end value for this reverse string because we have used the -1 here. Let's take some more examples. So instead of this start value, I can give -3 here and then press enter, and you can see it gives us 8 and 9, which are the last 2 items of the list in the reverse format. Okay, because our index in reverse starts from -1, -2, -3, and we are skipping the -3 option because we have seen that we just take the end -1, right? So -1, -2, and these will be given to us in the reverse order because we have used -1 here. Now you can also give, for example, -3 as the start value. So I'm going to give the -3 as the start value and then press enter, and it's going to give us 0 to 7, right? So 0 to 7, except 8 and 9 in the reverse order. So because 3 this time is the start value and end value is until the because 3 this time is the start value, so we go from -1, -2, -3. So -3 is this index and this is the start value. So we get 0 to 7 in the reverse order. So this is how you can use slice function and negative values with indexes in Python. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.